I'd like to proudly welcome our new interim head coach, Tim Burke. I'll stand in the back.
Well, this is my first chance at the hot seat. I just want to say I have mixed emotions on this day. A lot of you know that I've really wanted to become a head coach, and I really relish this opportunity to prove that I can be a head coach and bring, and it's really essential. We have a lot of pride in our locker room. We have a lot of Bomber pride, and I know the city has a lot of pride in the Bombers, and we want to make sure that we fulfill every opportunity we can to make people extremely proud of us. And I'm very sad also because Paul is my friend, and he was very gracious after Joe told him. And Joe's exactly right. Paul is one of the hardest working coaches I've ever been around, and he's a great guy, and he's got a great family, and hopefully, I know we'll be friends for the rest of our lives, and I really relish that. We've got to have a greater sense of urgency, and we've got to play with that relentlessness that we need to win in the CFL. I'll probably do some things different than Paul did because it fits my personality. Most of you know I'm not a long-winded guy, and I usually go right to the point, and that's the way I coach. So I think you'll see some changes in how we do things in practice and make them a little shorter and more intense and a lot more competitive. So hopefully that translates to the way we play on game day. So there's certain areas where we can be more disciplined. Obviously, Joe touched on the penalty aspect of it, and there's got to be some repercussions for some of those penalties we had, and I'm gonna make sure I take care of that. Well, I'm gonna have to delegate a lot more duties in that respect, and I'll be involved in the defense. I'm gonna still coach the secondary in practice, but Chip Garber will handle a little bit more of the defensive coordinator duties and be responsible for calling the defenses during the game. Of course, I'll interject a few gems of wisdom, I'm sure, but I don't want to interfere with how he calls the game either. If you want a team to have the personality of the head coach, I would hope that would be they would all become overachievers. And I really competitiveness and drive and not settling for second best. First of all, right now Buck is, I think, in about the 6th week of his rehab, and his injury is a 6 to 8 week injury. I don't know exactly where he's at. I haven't had a chance to talk to Alan about it. But, I think that's something that Joe and myself and Gary Croton will sit down when the time comes. But, Buck came here and he was the starting quarterback, and I don't think he's done anything to say that he's not the starting quarterback. On the other hand, you got to be impressed with the way Joey's playing. So, that's a question for down the line, but I knew it was coming.